Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and today I will be the host for this webinar brought to you by the University of Applied Science of Upper Austria in the heart of Europe, titled by the Studying Engineering in Upper Austria, where you will learn more about the application process, admission requirements, scholarship tuition fee, and so on, whatever you guys need to know. And today with us we have lovely panelists from the University of Upper Austria. I'm going to ask them kindly to introduce themselves. Hello to all of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, I'm starting. I'm Daniela and I'm responsible for administration.
Hi, I'm Peter. I'm the head of the electrical engineering study program here.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm in the Sustainable Energy Systems course.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael and I'm Program Director of Innovation and Product Management.
Hello, I'm Kurt, and I'm a third semester student in the Innovation and Product Management.
Hello, I am Maria, and I'm also a third semester student, but of Automotive Mechatronics and Management master student.
Perfect, thank you so much, guys. Before we go to your presentation, I would love to explain a little bit more for our audiences today with us that they can submit their questions after the presentation through the Q&A panel. They will find it on their monitor screen. And then if they have perhaps any technical problem, please let us know by writing it in the chat panel. But before we go to the presentation, I would love to play a very short video for our students to have a clear idea about Upper Austria. There we go.
University of Applied Sciences Upper Austria, international profile.
Teaching and learning with pleasure, researching inquisitively.
Founded just 20 years ago, the University of Applied Sciences Upper Austria is now one of the leading universities of applied sciences in Austria, in size and growth, but also in quality and achievements. With more than 5,000 students and more than 50 internationally recognized degree programs, 450 academics in research and teaching, and students from 60 different countries, it is the largest institution of its kind in the entire country. 250 partner universities and 1,000 industry partners provide a solid basis for cooperation in international education and research. The province of Upper Austria is a location that provides a number of unique advantages for both studies and research. It's one of Austria's strongest economic regions, situated in the heart of Europe. Powerful companies drive the pace of technological advances. There are excellent job opportunities for graduates. And it's a beautiful region with a wide range of leisure activities and a high quality of life. The University of Applied Sciences Upper Austria offers a growing number of international study programs taught entirely in English, as well as a vast amount of courses in English language. All the programs provide exceptional opportunities for international students. The University of Applied Sciences Upper Austria consists of 4 schools, each with its distinct area of expertise. The schools cooperate in a variety of interdisciplinary research activities. Here are just a few.
The School of Informatics, Communications and Media in Hagenberg is one of the most prominent institutions in its field, with a reputation that extends far beyond the borders of Austria. In 7 undergraduate and 10 graduate programs, students acquire first-hand knowledge in developing hardware and software solutions for the challenges of tomorrow. This includes challenges such as media and knowledge technologies, exploring intuitive human-computer interaction methods. Their solutions are tailored to modern design requirements and are used in education, knowledge management, and collaborative working contexts.
Software technology and applications research focuses on the optimization of production planning, analyzing medical imaging data for computer-aided diagnosis and surgical planning, developing e-health and e-care applications for the elderly or disabled, and modeling metabolic processes in organisms. With approximately 65 on-site companies, spin-offs, and 12 research institutions that are part of the Software Park Hagenberg, the Hagenberg campus offers a unique combination of IT education, research, and business in one convenient location.
The human being is the focus of education and research activities at the School of Applied Health and Social Sciences. 4 undergraduate and 3 graduate programs prepare students for the challenges in the fields of social work, public management, and health and social management, working in close cooperation with NGOs and medical technology companies. The educational and research focus also includes the intercultural context and violence prevention. The Medical Technology Group researches new technologies for medical devices used in diagnosis, rehabilitation, and patient care. Researchers in the field of biomechanics focus on 3D and video-based movement analysis, as well as the measurement and analysis of muscle power in order to develop improved control systems for arm prosthetics and innovative treatment methods for eye diseases, spinal disorders, and balance issues.
The Steyr School of Management takes a holistic view of the entire value creation chain in the business world. Located in the historic city of Steyr, it features a highly international environment, with more than 15% of its students coming from abroad. 6 undergraduate and 5 graduate degree programs focus on creating viable business models for the future. Digital business management examines the relationships between the internet, media, and other digital technologies and the changing business world.
Production and operations management focuses on the development of simulation models to analyze the relationships in complex production systems. New methods, such as virtual and mixed reality in 3D environments, are utilized to design more efficient and ergonomic assembly processes.
The Logisticum research team identifies and develops improvements and performance optimizations for the entire value creation chain.
The School for Engineering and Environmental Sciences is located in the city of Wels. In 11 undergraduate and 9 graduate programs, students, researchers, and lecturers are creating engineering solutions for the technologies of tomorrow. Researchers and students in automated control engineering and simulation develop and test viable solutions for automation, distributed real-time transportation and logistics systems, environmentally sound production facilities, and sustainable energy management systems.
The Bioenergy and Food Technology Group works on the development of innovative and optimized production processes for biofuels. Research and education surrounding energy and environment is concerned with the future of eco-energy and environmental technologies, including such fields as solar energy and mobility. Plastics and steel are the focal points of materials and production engineering.
At all campuses, the University of Applied Sciences Upper Austria provides an open and stimulating environment for students, lecturers, researchers, and industry partners alike.
Teaching and learning with pleasure. Researching inquisitively. It's more than just a motto. It's our mission.
Well, I am sure that you got a lot of useful information from this short video, and I'm definitely sure that you guys are here today to hear more from our panelists than me. So I'm going to go to their presentation, go to flip screen, and simply pass the control to them. It means that the floor should be all yours, guys. You can take it from here.
With our first international program, it's called Automotive Mechatronics and Management. It's a very special program because it's dedicated to cover not only content and theory, but also practical application. So let me quickly go to the next slide over here. So why it's important to think about automotive mechatronics. As we can see right now, we are living in times of a paradigm shift. In the vehicle industry, there's a lot of changes going on right now. And therefore, this program tries to combine all these complex environmental circumstances to qualify our students for a future career, not only as an engineer, but also as a manager. It's very much about combining complex individual components into mechatronic systems which can cope with these challenges. The career is multifold, as you can see on this slide. The first thing is we try to educate you as a development engineer for mechatronical systems, not only in terms of engineering, but also in terms of business aspects of this type of products. You should also be possible or able to act as a project leader or a project manager in the field of development of products of mechatronical systems, but also in the field of engineering and economics tasks. And finally, it's about automotive quality management. Since there's a very thorough legal environment about these products, of course, there's the necessity that our students are qualified to cope with these demands. What you can see here on the right-hand side of this slide is the curriculum. It's a 4-semester program, a 2 years program, where we have a very unusual approach for European education. And as you can see here, it's not only about theory, working in classroom or in laboratories, but it's also about working as a part-time expert in industry. And I would like to ask Maria, a student of IPM, to give us her feedback, how you perceive this double pressure, not only being in the classroom, but also working for a company.
Yeah, well, I think it's a really good complement of the master, because then we can also apply the knowledge that we are getting in the rooms, in the classrooms, and we have the opportunity to start also working in our master thesis, if it's possible, with the company since early stages, so we don't have to rush at the end of the master. And yeah, we are getting the experience since second semester, and we keep going with it till the end of our master studies.
Okay. Thank you. And what we also do is we try to integrate our company partners, not only in terms of projects where the students work on, but also that they send us part-time teachers, who are teaching in our classrooms. And of course, there's a nice interlink between project at the company and also the theory that these guys teach in our classrooms. What you can see here are some impressions. I'm quite sure Maria knows more about it.
Yeah. One really interesting picture is the first one that you can see in the left upper side of the screen. That is one part of our class that was participating in an Audi challenges in this year, where it's about automotive driving. So they needed to develop something with this car that they have in their hands, and they had a good experience and good knowledge about it. And yeah, plus the other visiting and also social and class culture activities that we have together with all the group.
I noticed this bright orange color. What is that?
It's the KPM in German. That is one of our partners companies where we have the opportunity to visit and experience this exciting products of motorcycles.
I see. And every year, if the new program starts, you're having a kick-off, as I can see in Salzburg this year.
Yeah, exactly. And this year and last year was also in Salzburg, so we have the opportunity to experience how is Austria. Right.
To immerse in the culture, deep dive in the culture. And this is you, actually. Maybe you can tell us something about your background.
Yes. So as I mentioned, I'm studying Automotive Mechatronics and Management right now. I have a bachelor degree in industrial engineering in Mexico. I'm from Mexico. And I ended in 2008 when I started also to work in an automotive company named Hochstöger. It's a German company, also located in Mexico. I was there for 5 years, and then I had the opportunity to work in Bombardier Recreational Products, BRP, that is also a company that is the partners of the master with Rotax, that is the brand that I have here with the engines assembly. And yeah, that's my background of work experience, and I decided to join the master to complement my knowledge in logistics, that is more or less the management part of the automotive company, and he complemented it with the techniques and mechatronics and this kind of things to raise my experience to something more techniques.
Okay, and you are right now in semester 3. That means you're already thinking about the master's thesis?
Yes, exactly.
So how will it be? What will it be?
It's something related with process optimization in the company that I'm working right now. It's MIBA, it's not Rotax, but it's also automotive company. It's a really good experience, and we don't have yet very clear the topic of the master thesis, but up to now I can say that the experience has been really, really nice. These 2 semesters that I have been working there.
For the same company?
Yeah, the same company.
And I've heard there's a rumor that you have some speed dating. What is that?
Yes. Yeah, at the beginning of the master, actually in the guys of first semester, from the master, they had a speed dating, that they have the first interview with the companies, the partner companies, when they can have an approach with them, what are our expectations as students and their expectations as a company. And yeah, we have communication and exchange of information, and then it comes to see where we want to work, and also which are the companies that are interested in to have it.
Where's the best fit
between
student and the company?
Exactly.
Very good. Sounds interesting. And some more pictures. You can see our most favorite vehicle in the company, in the university, the little tractor that we are driving. And on the top right side, you can see the program director, Dr. Kurt Gaubinger, who is unfortunately sick today, but he will get in touch with you if you're really applying and to conduct some Skype interviews with you. And then I might hand over to Peter.
Hello again. I have the pleasure to introduce you the electrical engineering program here, which is currently in a bachelor's degree. Next year we will also introduce a master's degree program, which is a consecutive program to the electrical engineering bachelor's degree. Why electrical engineering degree? Electrical energy is a very, very important boundary condition for a modern society. Without electricity, nothing will work. We will even not get fuel out of into a car. We cannot pay. We cannot communicate. So electrical engineering is more or less the backbone of such a society. With the shift from the classical power generation by nuclear, gas, and so on, we have to introduce more solar, more wind, more renewable ones, but these resources, they are fluctuating. And so the electrical power transmission distribution becomes more and more important. And that's why we created this electrical energy engineering program, where we have a strong focus on the electrical engineering side of this so-called smart grids, intelligent future grids. And we cover all of these modern topics like electrical cars, high voltage power transmission, DC grids, batteries, and all of that. And so it is a classical electrical energy engineering program. Why we do that in English? We are a very strong region here in Upper Austria. We have plenty of companies working in this field of electrical engineering. And we have very high export rates, so that's why we have plenty of companies collaborating with us, and they appreciate that we are doing these programs in English because we already get internationally experienced students out of the program. Currently we have around 30 nations in our program, so it is already an international mix with respect to the students. That's the bachelor's electrical engineering program. You see, it's a typical energy engineering program. You have basics like math, like mechanics, fluid mechanics, heat transfer. Whenever you design an apparatus, it must not be designed with respect to the electrical boundary conditions. You also have to provide a certain heat balance and so on. So that's why you have to learn all of this mechanical engineering components. But this is what the program makes it very interesting, because you are not only focused on electrical engineering, it's a multidisciplinary one. Yeah, and then you have the basic electrical essentials of electricity, up to high voltage engineering, electrical machines, electrical systems and grids, and also fundamentals of power electronics. Power electronics, switching with power semiconductors, that is a very important part of electrical engineering now. You have to convert electrical energy, and this is the way you do it. The master is similar but more advanced. We will have an advanced mathematics. You will get a very, very deep knowledge in how to handle complex Maxwell's equations describing the electromagnetic field. So you will get the basics for that. We are counting on numeric simulation, so we don't. So you will learn how to solve such equations, but we use computers for that. We don't do it by hand. And that's the standard you do it in the industry. So that's why we are introducing you to that. And you get an advanced high voltage engineering, power electronics program. And at the end of the master's degree, you will also be able to do a PhD after that. We are internationally good connected. You can do a semester abroad. So there are plenty of possibilities to develop your specific interests here in this program. Why you should do the program here at our university? I would say we have very excellent laboratory facilities. So we have good measurement engineering, control engineering, electrical machines labs. Currently we are investing 2.2 million in a high voltage laboratory where we can do 1 million volt lightning pulse, 200,000 volt AC, 270,000 volts DC. So we can do really high power application. There are only a few study programs in the world where you can really get into touch with this high energy level. We have very nice equipment around. We are working, and the students are working with high-speed camera up to 2 million frames per second. We have a spectroscope, so we can do plenty of nice things. We really learn how this energy supply and energy transport is working. And of course, we have plenty of projects. We are collaborating with the industry. Students are involved into the project. In the master's degree program, we have 1 semester project work only, and based on this project you're doing, it is more or less obligatory to do that with the industry. Within this project, you create the basis, the fundamental results for your thesis you're writing after that. So there are plenty of possibilities to do research, to do applied electrical engineering, and yeah, I think we are very successful with this way of approaching to that topic. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then back to me. So the next program I want to introduce is Innovation Product Management. It's an interdisciplinary program at the interface between mechatronics and innovations. And the next slide gives a short overview about the basic competencies and the content of our curriculum. And as you can see here, it's focused very much on innovation strategy, because if you do not have a clear strategy for your company, it's literally impossible to be successful on the long term. And as you can see here, we have also this international focus. Again, this is an international program as we have seen before and heard before. So there are many, many different nationalities in our classroom, and I brought one from America. Kurt is one of my students in the 3rd semester, and he will tell you later on how he perceives this program. We do offer 2 specializations. So the one is towards the design of products, and then the second one is about the process development, process engineering. And to give a more clear picture about that, we are usually using the IPM Framework, as we call it. It gives you the curriculum on a disciplinary approach. You can see on the left-hand side, this yellow bar is the most important part that we teach. It's about strategy. It's about setting the stage for the company, for new products, for the design of new products, for new technologies, and whatever is related to that. On the top left corner of the slide, we see the so-called idea funnel. This is actually what every company needs, that it can be successful on the long term with new products. There are a lot of different sources for ideas, and over time, more and more will be crossed out, will be cancelled, and at the end of the day, hopefully at least one successful product, one successful service comes out of the funnel and guarantees the revenue and the profit, as you can see on this slide. The different bars that you can see here in different colors are dedicated to the different disciplines. On the top we have marketing research, creativity, and all of these soft skills. Then we have the purple one, which is design. And on the lower part of the slide, we see all these computer-based competencies and tools that I'm quite sure you have heard about it. Kurt, I guess you have seen this slide before.
I have seen this slide a couple
maybe
times,
not only
yeah.
1 or 2, maybe 10 times. Can you make sense out of it? Looking at the curriculum, looking at the class that you see.
The first time you showed us this slide was in the kickoff weekend in Bad. And no, I did not. I thought it was a complicated slide and too much information. But now, being in the third semester, yes, I can definitely pick and choose and see things and see a correlation and make sense of it.
Very good. That's good to hear. And let me quickly say some words about the 2 specializations with a lot of nice pictures just to give an idea what students are working on. Product concept design, that doesn't mean that we turn you into a designer, that's an industrial designer. We want you to understand the tools and methods that designers are using on an everyday work base to come up with new, strange, and weird ideas. And what you can see here on the pictures are different projects that my students worked on, creating new or turning new ideas into viable products, tangible products for different applications. Not all of them are for companies. Some are just built on a news in the newspapers, like you see on the top. On the bottom side of the slide, there was this huge oil spill in, I think it was Texas, back in the 2010 or 11. And one student came up with the idea to create an oil spill system, which is autonomously working without energy supply from outside and using bacteria to convert this toxic crude oil into something which is not toxic anymore. And on the other side, we have the specialization development process engineering. This is a very good extension of the knowledge of a regular engineer, using or integrating knowledge about how to turn ideas into or bring ideas into the usually very thorough integrated development process in a company. And it's a lot of information, providing of information, and a lot of controlling activities. About career fields, which you can see on the next slide, there are different examples for it. It's very much about innovation, technology management, and then according to the different specializations, some examples for the career field of the specializations. Kurt, you are doing the design, is this right?
I am in the product concept design, yes.
So how is it going?
I'm extremely happy with it as a program. I have to say, when I first started, I thought it would be more focused on the industrial design aspect, but I'm very pleasantly surprised that it focuses more on design as a holistic topic, because then you're not as narrow scoped, and it's very broad, and you can actually apply it to pretty much almost any task in business with design thinking and innovative thinking. So I'm very, very, very pleased with the program.
What I always hear is some complaints about that the students out of this specialization are just fooling around and not learning seriously, right?
So I think there's a misconception throughout probably all of industry that work can't be fun, maybe, and you have to be serious all the time. But as you'll learn in the program, and even looking at pioneering companies like IDEO and design thinking companies, you can actually do both, and maybe in the process of being empathetic to your customers or people you're designing for, you can have fun with it, and you can enjoy life, and you can work and actually create really creative things while doing that. So we have a lot of fun, but there is also a lot of hard work that goes into it. So we just can maybe portray that a little bit too much, but no, we definitely have a lot of hard work, and it's fun. But yeah.
Very good. And one last slide, it's about the overview of the curriculum. I'm quite sure you can look at that up later. And which leads me to Kurt. Maybe you can introduce yourself quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you a quick brief. I'm from Buffalo, New York, which is not New York City, but it's by Niagara Falls, if any of you are familiar with that. I did my bachelor in mechanical engineering. So going to this Master of Science in Innovation and Product Management was a little bit of of a shift because I went into the design aspect of it, which I recommend. Or I mean, you can definitely continue down the engineering path, but also getting a broadening your horizon and going towards the design side is absolutely possible, and I would recommend it to anyone. My experience in industry, I worked at Fisher-Price for a while, designing toys and developing as an intern. That was quite fun. And then once I graduated from my bachelor, I hopped into the real world with a company called PAR Technology, who I'm still working for remotely as a mechanical design engineer. And we design and produce point-of-sale systems for McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell, Subway, our big customers. And yeah, some of my hobbies here, you can see which on the next slide, I have some pictures that I prepared that Dr. Rabel already told me that I maybe focus too much on the student life instead of the actual aspects of the program, but I really want you guys to understand that if you do decide coming here, you're signing up for a lot more than just the university and the program you're doing. And one thing you'll notice that's a common theme in all these photos is they're all filled with people. And I think that's one of the biggest things to take away from deciding to come and study at this university is the quality of people that you'll meet and just the amount of people that you'll meet. It just leads to a lot of friendships, a lot of connections, which we all know how important networking is. And I mean, you're just going to be exposed to so many different situations, so many different opportunities. For example, we are in Stockholm down there on our student trip where we went to Helsinki and visited 6 companies. We're presenting up in the top right there, we're presenting to a small company in Austria, and we're also right now working with a much bigger company. And just, you can travel, you can go snowboarding, you can go in the mountains, all within a 40-minute diameter radius here. And yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a mixture and it's a work balance life of enjoying the culture, enjoying the people, and also studying hard. And you'll take a lot out of it, I think. So
great, thanks. Which leads us to the next program.
Hello, I would like to introduce you to the Sustainable Energy Systems Master Course. So, as we have already heard from the electrical engineering, that renewable energies are getting more and more important in the current energy system. And for that reason, a few years ago, we designed this master program to fully focus on developing sustainable energy systems, which means we do all kinds of technical aspects in wind, solar, biomass, geothermal, and so on. So you see here on this first slide, we do both in all these technologies develop and plan such systems that you are then able in your job to have the skills to work in projects as an engineer or project manager. And yeah, gaining practical experience not only from the theoretical lectures, but also from projects in student group works. Possible careers. So because this is really a booming field now worldwide, you have plenty of opportunities. One of them is, of course, utility electrical companies. Then in the field of consulting in energy projects and renewable power plant projects, as an engineer, as a project manager, designer, and so on. But of course also in manufacturing companies. For example, PV component producers like modules, inverters, and so on, or wind turbine companies. So you see here the tasks that you then could perform is, for example, the second one, the planning of large-scale generators. This is a project I am supervising in where we have group works on, for example, large PV generators. But also we're doing planning of wind farms. So you learn how to design such systems and calculating the energy yield, but also economical aspects of such projects. Yeah, but not only on the generation side, we also look at energy saving potentials and energy efficiency, which is very important. to reduce our CO2 carbon footprint worldwide, we need, of course, to save energy also. And last but not least, operation and maintenance is also a very important aspect because once these systems are built, you have to operate them. And it's also an aspect we are covering in this master course. So here you see the modules. The detailed curriculum and the lectures you find on the website here. I just summarized the main modules. So we recently introduced a basic module where we repeat basics of mathematics and engineering, so electrical and mechanical engineering and programming, because our students come from various backgrounds, civil engineering, electrical, mechanical. So we try to bring them on a same or on a equal level, and then start with energy engineering in the fields of renewable energy. We have also a small module on ecology, because when you do projects, you have always to do an environmental impact assessment, and we try to give you an understanding of ecological impacts of such systems. Also, we cover business administration, so learning how to finance projects and how to raise money and how to calculate economics. Yes, not mentioned by my colleague was the language aspect, which is covered in all courses. So students who come here will get German courses if they are not native speakers. If they are native speakers of German language, you can choose. They can choose another language like French, Spanish, and so on. Yeah, and last but not least, you will do a master project and thesis in the end, which is mainly in cooperation with companies. Here you get an impression. This was just 2 or 3 weeks ago. We went to some power plants in Austria and Czech Republic. So very large solar PV power plant, 20 megawatt, and a large wind farm in the eastern part of Austria. Here you see the latest group of students. So you will not only learn theoretically, but we will bring you to the projects. Thank you.
Okay, so I can tell you more about the application process and the administration in general. So what you have to understand here, that every program has its own administration and also its own special requirements. So I would recommend you to go to the single homepages and to check out the requirements concerning the previous bachelor's degrees, for example. And if you have a question, of course, you can write the administration there. So first of all, what you should know is that we only start in winter semester. So that's the only, we only have one intake a year. So first of all, you go on our homepage and you apply online via our online application platform. Really easy, just register there, and then you start uploading the necessary documents. As mentioned, the extra documents may be necessary, but you can see that when you fill in the form. Then we're taking a look at your application and your documents and show them to the study program administration and to the head of study programs. And then we will invite you to a Skype interview or to a personal interview. If that's positive, we continue with the preliminary admission or the admission. This is depending on the necessity of legalization, and legalization are proof of the authenticity. Thank you. So concerning entry and residence permit, for non-EU citizens, they need a residence permit, but you will get information every step you're taking. So for every step you get information from our side, so no worries, we will deliver them for you. But you need to keep in mind that it's your obligation to actually do the legalization or do the residence permit. So when you're a student now, when you will be a future student, we have some support for you. We have a buddy system. So every new student will get a buddy, and he or she will get in contact with you before you start here, so if you have any question regarding arrival. Also concerning accommodation, we will help you. One of our students will provide you normally with an Excel sheet where you can find accommodation, the pricing, where it is, and so